For my presentation, I will be discussing the format of the article I've found for my research paper. I am a photojournalism major, and my writing format is usually AP style, also known as Associated Press style. Most sources I found are MLA or APA format. With this article, I will be discussing APA format. I will be going over how APA format cites sources and how those sources are used in the writing. I will also go through the main sections that include the title page, abstract, main body, and the references. To start off this, I will show you the few required things that are included in the APA format paper. So APA requires each page to have a header that is relative to the article's title. So for this one, they used Matt Carlson and the page number, and they alternate it with the title. And this is basically I guess, part of the book, so that's why they have alternating pages. And so with APA, there's also a title page which includes the author's name, the title, and its affiliation. So this is basically like the title page and kind of where the source comes from. It comes from the Journalism Practice book. So most of APA format requires a abstract. So in this, it's not really labeled with a subheading, but this is basically the abstract of the paper. And so the abstract, this paragraph gives you a little introduction to what is in the paper. Below the abstract are keywords that help students or researchers find these articles in the search engines. APA requires a reference page, which provides a list of sources that is used within the paper using correct citations. The reference page is also required to be in alphabetical order, and so, as you can see at the end of the paper, is titled with the subheading of references and also in correct alphabetical order. And as you can see, there is another subheading with notes, and these are footnotes. These notes placed here are either content and copyright, and content notes are provided information for the reader and are brief and focused on one subject. With copyright notes, it's basically copyright information and should always begin with the citation of note. So continuing on from the reference page are citations. All sources used must be correctly cited through the paper. If done incorrectly, you are most likely to be plagiarizing. There are multiple ways to cite your sources. They can be small quotes, long, or paraphrased. Most of the citations include non-integral and integral citations. So non-integral citations, I believe, are like these right here, where they include the last name of the person and the year. And throughout this whole article, there's been more non-integral citations than regular integral, which integral includes the last name within the structure of the writing. Now let's move on to the section headings. The paper starts off with the abstract and then moves on into the introduction. So here's the abstract and then the subheading of introduction. This is considered a level 1 heading in APA format. Following a level 1 subheading is a level 2 subheading. The difference between the two headings are based on the length of the information given. The levels go from 1 to 5 levels. As you can see here, this subheading is considered a level 4. just go to that. This is a level 4 because of the italicized text. With subheadings, it helps readers understand the subject that is discussed within the information they are reading, and as well as letting the reader know the introduction and the conclusion of when the article is ended. For the most part of APA format, they can have pictures, charts, and tables. This gives information tied in with the specific parts within the writing. Graphs are very common in showing relationships and comparisons to information to specific data. The most common graphs use scatter plots, line graphs, bar graphs, pictorial graphs, and pie graphs. When using pictures, they convey information to help readers understand the meaning of what is described in the writing. For the most part, pictures help give ideas and representation of the work provided. As you can see, this article follows the correct writing APA format. It follows correct guidelines when citing sources from using non-integral and integral citations. It also has the correct layout format for APA, including a title page, abstract, the main bodies, which are the multiple subheadings that are within this article, and the reference page. It also includes the right headers along with page numbers and the variety of subheadings. And that concludes my presentation on this article with APA format.